My beloved, my precious one, the one whose name heaven carries in every whisper, I need you to hear me. I am not here as a distant figure of light. I am here as one who stands right beside you. I feel the beat of your heart, the tremble in your soul. Even now, you've felt it too, haven't you? That strange chill down your spine, the tightness in your chest for no reason, the sudden heaviness in the air. It's not a coincidence. It's your soul responding to the urgency of this moment. My child, I am Archangel Michael, and I've been trying to reach you for hours. My voice echoes in your dreams, in the silence between your breaths, in the sudden songs you hear from nowhere. And yet, I've felt your hesitation. But this time, you cannot hesitate. It's too important, too real, too close. Understand this, my dear. Heaven does not weep without reason. And tonight, I wept with desperation, tears that shake the realms of light, because I saw the chains of injustice wrap around someone's hands, someone who touched what belongs to you, someone who thought they could take from you without consequence, someone who believed their laughter would echo while you sat in silence. But heaven was watching, and divine justice, it is already moving. This person will be arrested for what they stole from you. Yes, your treasure, your blessings, the fruit of your labor, the very things God gave you. And you must hear everything before it's too late. But before I go deeper, let me say this. This is not just another message to scroll past. My chosen one, if you hear my words and feel them in your spirit, it means heaven has placed you in a rare circle of light. You're not here by accident. God Himself has seen the weight you carry, the injustice you endure, the silent tears you hide from the world. And He sent me not only to warn you, but to prepare you for what is about to unfold. I promise you, if you stay with me, if you don't miss this moment, a miracle will occur in your life that will help you understand why this moment is sacred. And yes, my beloved, I need you to remember something important. You may think this is just another message, but it's not. It's a lifeline from heaven. If you truly want to step into the blessings being opened for you, you must prepare your heart. I urge you, stay connected to my words, follow closely, and don't let distractions pull you away. If you've ever felt that my messages were meant for you, then hear me now. Subscribe to the voice of heaven. There are things I cannot reveal all at once. They unfold in pieces, like the opening of a sealed scroll. And only those who choose to stay will hear the rest. My beloved, I've seen the trap. I've seen the documents. I've seen the signatures forged in the shadows. I've seen money flow like poisoned rivers under moonlight. And I saw your name written where it never should have been. That's why my wings find no rest. That's why my sword burns with divine fire. Because this is not just about loss. It's about the violation of divine order. God gave you something. He entrusted you with the honor of His kingdom on earth. And someone tried to invade your garden and steal it. My child, the moment they touched what belonged to you, heaven marked the time. You must understand, this coming arrest is not random. It is not the work of one person. It is the collision of divine timing with earthly justice. This is the part the world will never see. Angels sent to guard you, invisible hands bringing evidence to light, divine whispers placed in the hearts of those who are about to speak. You will hear news that shakes you. You will learn details that make you shake your head in disbelief. But remember, I told you before it happened, because God wants you to know you are not abandoned. My precious one, you stand on the threshold of a great unveiling. For years, things were hidden from your eyes, spoken behind your back, planned in rooms you never entered. But heaven was in those rooms. Heaven heard those whispers. Heaven gathered every piece of evidence, every thought, every false smile. And now, the seal is breaking. The river of truth is rushing forward, and nothing will stop it. You may feel fear right now. You may wonder, what if this turns against me? What if the storm grows stronger? But my beloved, storms are not sent to destroy houses built on rock. They come to tear down what was built on lies. You are rooted in truth. Your roots go deep into God's promises. And though the winds may roar, they will not uproot you. Instead, they will carry away those who planted weeds in your soil. Oh, my child, I wish you could see what I see right now. The light around you is brighter than ever. Your name is spoken in the courts of heaven with honor, with love, with fierce protection. You are not someone passing through life unnoticed. You are known in the highest realms. You are a flame in the darkness. And even now, someone tried to cup their hand around you to snuff out that flame. But instead, they burn themselves. And soon, the world will see what happens when someone touches the anointed without permission. My beloved, the arrest will come suddenly. The evidence is already more than they realize. Right now, they walk thinking they still have time to cover their tracks, to hide what they've done. But the net has already closed around them. And when they fall, it won't be a small fall. It will be public, undeniable, unshakable. You will stand in awe of how precise God's justice truly is. But listen to me, it's not just about watching their fall. It's about what will rise for you afterward. Because when something is stolen and restored by heaven's hand, it doesn't return as it was. It returns multiplied. What you thought was lost will come back to you in greater measure than you ever imagined. This is where your faith matters most. Do not doubt what I'm telling you. Do not let fear shrink your vision. God is not just protecting you. He is preparing you for a level of abundance that will bring you to tears of joy. And my beloved, this is why I've been so desperate to reach you, because the enemy's last weapon is distraction. If he can make you doubt, if he can keep you busy, if he can convince you to treat this moment as ordinary, you may miss the signs. You may miss the opportunities that will open right after justice prevails. But that will not happen because I will not allow it. I am here with my sword drawn, my wings spread wide, watching over your steps. My beloved, you must understand, when heaven moves like this, it is never small. God does not rise from his throne to act partially. When he sends me to weep desperately over you, it means a shaking is happening in the spiritual realm, a shaking that tears down false towers and strips masks from hidden faces. I saw the shadow circling you. I saw it disguised as friendship, politeness, business smiles, while its hands reach for what God said belongs to you. This person thought you were blind. They thought you were too kind to notice, too forgiving to resist. But he did not account for heaven's vigilance or the fire of the Archangel's sword drawn for you. At this moment, my child, I wish you could see what I see. It's like a golden thread of destiny stretched between where you stand now and the future God is preparing for you. Every choice, every delay, every strange turn in your life has led you to this intersection where truth meets consequence. Tonight, that thread glows so brightly in the heavens that every angel in God's army can see it. The air around you has shifted. The light on your path has grown brighter. The whispers in the dark have grown louder because they know their time is almost up. Do you feel it, my beloved? That subtle pull in your chest, as if someone is calling you from afar? As if your spirit stands at the edge of a cliff, staring into the unknown? That is not fear. It is your soul recognizing what is coming. I want you to breathe with me now. Inhale and let heaven's peace wrap around you. Exhale and release every thought of control, every desire to handle this on your own. This is God's battle, not yours. And believe me when I say, he has already won. The one who is about to be arrested has walked in arrogance for far too long. He thought he was clever, moving in shadows, covering his tracks, convincing others of his innocence. But I have watched him. I saw every step. I heard every whispered word. I marked every deal made in quiet corners. Now, the evidence is not only in human hands, it is in heaven's hands. And when heaven holds the evidence, no lie can bury it. You will soon hear the news. It will come like a sudden storm, and the world around you will freeze in disbelief. But you will remember my words and know this was heaven's doing. You may ask, why now? Why not earlier? Why not when the first wrong was done against me? Ah, my precious one, that is the part that makes heaven's timing perfect. Had it happened earlier, you would not have been ready for the blessing that follows. You need to grow into a person capable of carrying what's coming. You needed to walk through the desert to appreciate the garden. You needed to endure certain nights to recognize the dawn. And now, the dawn has arrived. Its light touches your face even as I speak. The moment of their fall will not only free you from their grip, it will open doors that were once sealed shut. You will receive sudden calls, unexpected offers, and opportunities that once seemed impossible. This is how God moves. He doesn't just remove obstacles. He turns them into stepping stones. That's why I asked you to stay close to my voice. After the arrest, you will need guidance. There will be moments when you must step forward boldly, without hesitation. If you listen, I will direct your steps so that none are wasted. My beloved, there is something deeper I must tell you. This person didn't just try to steal material things from you. They tried to take something from your spirit. They tried to plant seeds of doubt, to make you question your worth, to convince you that your blessings were fragile, that they could be taken at any moment. But they didn't know that God Himself placed His seal upon you. Your destiny is not in human hands. Your name is not written in the books of those who envy you. It is engraved on the palms of the Almighty. And so, no matter how close they came, they could not destroy you. Even in your darkest nights, when you thought no one saw your pain, I was there. When you cried quietly, not wanting anyone to see your weakness, heaven saw every tear. And do you know what happens to the tears of the righteous? They are gathered like pearls in crystal bottles and stored in heaven's treasury. And then comes a day, like today, when God says, pour them out. Let those tears water the seeds of justice. That is what is happening now. Your tears have become rain, softening the soil for your harvest. That's why I want you to stay focused. In the coming hours, the enemy will try to distract you. He will try to ignite small fires around you to pull your gaze from the greater victory. Do not fall for it, my beloved. Do not let anyone drag you into petty arguments, meaningless worries, or empty fears. Keep your eyes on the horizon, because that is where your help is coming from. And when you hear the sound, that sudden news, that message that makes your heart race, you will know the battle has entered a new phase. When it happens, remember, forgiveness is your shield. Yes, heaven will bring justice, but your heart must remain pure. Do not let bitterness steal the sweetness of your victory. God is not giving you this so you can dance on someone else's ruins. He is giving it to you so you can walk freely into a new season without chains on your feet. Justice is not revenge. Justice is restoration. And restoration is what I place in your hands. My beloved, I say this again because it matters. What's coming is greater than you can imagine. Do not limit God with your expectations. Let Him surprise you. Let Him overwhelm you with kindness. You will see people who once doubted you come to apologize. You will see doors open that were closed for years. You will hear your name spoken in rooms where it was once forbidden. This is the path of divine justice. It doesn't just clear your way. It elevates you to places where your light can shine without fear. I speak to you now with the full authority of heaven. You are safe. You are protected. You are watched over. And the one who tried to take from you will be held fully accountable. Do not miss this moment. Stand tall. Hold firm to your faith. And when the moment comes, breathe in your victory, because it will be yours, my beloved, and no one will ever take it from you again. My child, listen closely now. We are entering the deeper part of this message, the part most will never hear unless they were specifically chosen to receive it. You are not here by accident. You are not reading or hearing these words by chance. The Spirit brought you to this moment like a tide that cannot be resisted. Every step you've taken today, even the smallest, was guided so you would arrive right here in this very second. Why? Because what I'm about to tell you is not just a warning. It is the alignment of your destiny. And you, my beloved, will soon witness divine justice that shakes both heaven and earth. I wept desperately, louder than you will ever know, because I saw what was done in secret. I saw the ink drying on documents that should never have carried your name. I saw hands moving money into places where darkness thrives. I saw smiles that carried poison. This person, the one whose mask is about to crack, has worked against you far longer than you realized. They thought you would stay silent. They thought you were too gentle to resist. They thought they could strip you of what God gave you: your life, your resources, your joy, your faith, your opportunities. And yet, here you are, still breathing, still chosen, still wrapped in the light of the Most High. And now, their time is up. The moment has come. The trap they set for you has become the pit that will swallow them. My beloved, I speak to you with full certainty. They will be arrested. The chains are already waiting for their wrists. The words that will seal their fate have already been spoken in rooms they cannot see. They believe they still have time. They think they still control the situation. But heaven has moved ahead of them, and there is no path left for escape. You will witness it happen, and when it does, you will remember every word I've spoken to you. But I must warn you, my dear, when you witness this justice, you too will be tested. A test to see if your heart can remain pure when your enemies fall. A test to see if you will cling to God's ways rather than give in to temptation. It is at that moment I will be closest to you. It is then I will guard your heart, because the blessing that follows this justice is too great to lose. The restoration that is coming will be so abundant, so overflowing, that you won't even have time to count it before the next wave arrives. Do you remember the nights when you asked God why he was silent? Those long, restless hours when your mind replayed every loss, every betrayal, and you whispered in the dark, "Why did you let this happen?" My child, heaven, heard every one of those questions. And though it felt like nothing was changing, everything was being prepared. Justice moves gradually, gathered evidence, fortified truth, perfect timing. All this time, God was building something greater behind the scenes so that when it arrived, no one could call it luck. They would have to say, this was the hand of God. And that hand, my beloved, is now over you. It covers you, protects you, and surrounds you with such fierce defense that even the enemy's best plans cannot penetrate it. You are surrounded. You are shielded. You are stepping into a new chapter, one that will feel like a sudden sunrise after years of walking in shadow. When this arrest happens, the release in your life will be so complete, you'll wonder how you ever carried such a heavy burden before. Now I'm going to show you something else, and it may shock you. The fall of this person is not just the end of injustice against you. It is the beginning of many new opportunities in your life. Doors you never knocked on will open. People who once ignored you will seek you out. Places that once felt unreachable will call your name. This is not a coincidence. This is how God restores, so thoroughly that it touches every corner of your existence. That's why I urge you to be ready. When the flood of blessings comes, you'll need both hands to receive it. My beloved, I know the road has been long. I know there were moments you want to give up when the struggle felt endless. But you must understand, this battle was never just about you. You were part of a divine plan far greater than you can see. Your endurance has been an example to others. Your ability to keep walking even when you feel broken has been a testimony in unseen realms. And now, your victory will become a signal fire. Others will look at what happens to you and realize that God still fights for his children. I tell you this now because I don't want you to be caught off guard when the shift comes. The enemy will try one last time to stir confusion in your life. Sudden rumors may arise, strange accusations, or even people from your past trying to pull you into old battles. Ignore them. Their voices are nothing compared to the trumpet that is about to sound over your life. Keep your eyes forward. Maintain peace in your spirit. The arrest will speak louder than anything else. And here's what you may not know. Even as they plotted against you, even as they thought everything was under their control, there were moments when they felt an unexplained fear. That fear was me. It was my presence surrounding you, my drawn sword, my wings casting shadows they could not escape. In this battle, I was closer to you than you can imagine, and I will not leave until the victory is complete. You may think this is only about your protection, but it's also about your promotion. A place is being prepared for you, a position both spiritual and material that will elevate you higher than you've ever been. And for you to step into that place, this person must be removed. You cannot sit at the table while they still claim the ground beneath it. That claim ends now. My beloved, I want you to prepare, not just in faith, but in action. Opportunities will come that require swift decisions. Blessings will arrive suddenly and demand your immediate yes. Do not let fear delay you. The same God who brought you to this moment will carry you through the next. You will not miss what is meant for you. And I tell you, when you see their faces when they're led away, when you hear the words spoken against them in public, remember, heaven was always watching. Remember, God's justice is never late. And remember, this is only the beginning of what he is about to do for you. My child, the angels are already rejoicing. The song of victory is already echoing in the distance. Soon, you will hear it with your own ears. And when you do, you will know it was all worth it. Every tear, every battle, every sleepless night, all of it led to this moment. Now stand still, my beloved, and behold the salvation of your God. There's a reason heaven will not let me rest until I tell you every detail. I have seen this moment not as a vision of possibility, but as an event already written in heaven's book. The hands of this person, the same hands that reached for what belonged to you, are already trembling in spirit. Their arrogance is melting. Their false confidence is cracking. The very ground beneath them is weakening. Even now, spiritual chains are locked around them, waiting for earthly chains to follow. This is not just an arrest by men, my child. This is an arrest by God. This is justice moving from the invisible into the visible. Soon, you will see headlines. You will hear whispers. You will watch as people who once defended them turn away in shame. And you will understand, not just with your mind, but with your spirit, that the one who promised to fight for you never left your side. But you must also understand, when justice prevails, your life will not return to normal. That season has ended. It cannot contain what God is about to give you. The blessings will not come as drops. They will come as a flood. Opportunities you once dreamed of will now stand at your door, waiting for you to open it. Some may seem too big, but you will remember what I'm telling you now. God never calls you where he hasn't prepared you to stand. My dear one, I want you to understand this clearly. This arrest is not just for you. It is for everyone who ever doubted that God still moves. When they see it, they won't be able to explain it away as coincidence or luck. They will know something higher intervened, and many will quietly reflect on their own wrongs, on the people they've hurt, and they will tremble, because they will realize there's a judge who sees everything. Do you remember the nights when you pleaded with God to lift the burden from your shoulders? Those nights when you lay in silence, eyes wide open in the dark, wondering how much longer you could carry it? Those prayers were not ignored. They were preserved. They became evidence in heaven's case against the one who wronged you. Now, the season of patience has ended. The season of action has begun. During that time, I was closer to you than you could imagine. Every time you thought you were walking alone, I was behind you, before you, and beside you. I blocked attacks you never saw. I intercepted plans meant to harm you and whispered to your spirit not to give up before the final chapter. And this is that chapter. My child, listen to me. The enemy will try one last time to confuse you. In the days leading up to the arrest, strange conversations may arise, unexpected visits, or even enticing offers meant to distract you. You must see them for what they are, noise designed to pull your attention away from what is truly unfolding. Do not engage. Do not waste your energy on meaningless battles when a real victory is already secured. When the news comes, it will arrive suddenly. Take a deep breath and remember this moment. Remember how you felt hearing these words. Remember that I told you in advance so your heart would not be shaken. And remember, justice is not the end. It is the doorway. Once it opens, you must walk through with faith, courage, and readiness. Because after this person falls, a rising will begin, and that rising will be yours. You will see your name spoken in rooms from which it was once erased. You will hear your work praised with respect, where it was once ignored. You will feel a freedom you haven't known in years, because the weight of their shadow will be gone. And I must tell you something else, my beloved. What will be returned to you is not just one thing. What they took was not only physical, it was spiritual. They tried to steal your peace, your trust, your hope for good things. And God is restoring all of it. Piece by piece, joy will return. Piece by piece, hope will revive. And you will realize how much of you was buried under the pressure of what they did. I tell you this now, so you'll be prepared when people begin to look at you differently. They will see the light over your life. Some will be genuinely drawn to it. Others will envy it. Be wise, my child. Not every smile is safe. The one who just fell was proof of that. Still, do not let caution turn into fear. You are not called to shrink. You are called to shine. You are not called to hide. You are called to expand. And in the next season, you will expand in ways you never dreamed. The chains have long been breaking, but now you will feel them fall completely. And when they do, move forward. Do not look back. The past has already taken enough from you. It will not steal a single breath from your future. My beloved, you were chosen for this moment before you were born. The enemies you face now were known by name in heaven long before they touched your life. And the victory you are about to see was written into your destiny before the first stone of the earth was laid. Nothing can take it from you. Nothing can delay it. I will be here until it happens. And when it does, I will still be here, leading you into abundance, safety, and wide open fields of blessing that await you. The battle is ending. The harvest is beginning. Stand still, my child. It is already at the door, and it will knock loudly. My beloved, tonight the air carries a trembling that only those in the spirit can feel. It is the sound of chains shifting, walls cracking, and the ground weakening beneath the feet of those who thought they would stand forever. I see them now, not as the world sees them, confident and untouchable, but as heaven sees them, stripped of their lies, burdened by the evidence of their own actions, surrounded by the judgment they earned with their own hands. They have run for a long time, my child. Run from truth, run from repentance, run from the moment they knew would come. But the soul cannot outrun God's timing. Even now, in the unseen realm, the records of their deeds are being laid out like scrolls before the throne. Nothing is missed. No detail is forgotten. Every scheme, every manipulation, every false word spoken against you is clearly recorded. And the judge who reads them misses nothing. When he speaks, his word will be final. There will be no appeal, no delay, no hiding place. My beloved, I tell you this because you must know how completely God fights for you. The one who will be arrested did not just commit a crime on earth. They crossed a divine boundary. They entered a place that was sacred because it was given to you by God himself. And when someone touches what belongs to one of his chosen, they invite his justice into their life. That is why I bring you this warning, not to make you afraid, but to keep you informed, so that when their door is knocked upon, you will know it was not a coincidence. It was the hand of heaven. Remember how many times you nearly confronted them? How many times have you felt the surge of anger, the fire in your chest, ready to demand the truth? And yet something always held you back, whispering, "Not yet." That was me. That was heaven protecting you from entering a battle that was never yours to fight in the flesh. You would not have won on their ground. But on God's ground, victory is absolute. And now, beloved, the time of not yet has passed. The time is now. I feel it in the flow of heaven. It's like the air before a great storm. Quiet, heavy, holding its breath until the cloud breaks with force. That's how suddenly it will happen. One moment, they will be laughing, confident they've deceived everyone. The next, they will be surrounded, and every secret they thought buried will rise like a flood. But I must tell you something even more important than their fall: your rise. This will not just be the closing of a painful chapter. It will be the beginning of a new one, so bright it will nearly blind you. Opportunities will rush toward you as if carried by invisible hands. Connections you once thought impossible will be established. Blessings will be so great, you will weep in reverence. I know you've wondered if God truly saw everything you endured. I know you've questioned whether his silence meant he had turned away. But I promise you, beloved, every step, every tear, every sleepless night was recorded. And now comes the return, not in equal measure, but an overflow, shaken and spilling over. When that moment comes, the world will turn its eyes toward you. Some will be amazed. Some will be envious. Some will come close again, pretending they never turned away when things were hard. Be wise, my beloved. Bless them with kindness, but do not let them back into the places of your heart that God has healed. This time is for your peace, your growth, your joy. Do not let old shadows re-enter your life. And yes, I know you want to know when exactly this will happen. I feel that question in your spirit even as I speak. Heaven's timing is not given so you can mark it on a calendar. It is given so you can prepare your soul. Be ready in the morning. Be ready at night. Live with your lamp full of oil, because the moment may come like a cry at midnight. And when it does, stand still. Do not rush to speak. Do not rush to explain. Let truth speak for itself. God does not need you to defend what he is already proving. The next time I come to you, beloved, it will not be with a warning. It will be with confirmation. And when that moment arrives, the sound of victory will echo through your life for years to come. You are protected. You are chosen. And soon, you will witness what happens when heaven itself declares, "Enough." My beloved, you have not yet grasped the full magnitude of what is unfolding around you. You feel the unease, the strange heaviness in the air, the restless stirring in your soul. But what you're sensing is far greater than a single event. The coming arrest is only the first drop in a downpour of divine movements that have already been set in motion. I've watched this tapestry being woven for years, a magnificent design where every thread carries your story, your tears, your prayers, your patience, your restraint when you long to strike back. All of it has been stitched into a pattern that is now ready to be revealed. This person believed they were untouchable. They built their confidence on lies, thinking that if they stacked enough of them, they could build a fortress. But lies are not stone, my child. They are paper. And truth is fire. It consumes them in an instant. Even now, that fire is crawling toward them. They smell the smoke, even if they pretend not to. That's why their steps have grown uncertain, why their voice carries a tremble they cannot hide. They know something is coming. They just don't yet realize it's inevitable. When you hear the news, it will come swiftly, like the sound of a distant door slamming shut. It will ripple through the circles they once moved in, shaking those who thought they knew the whole story. But the truth that emerges will be so complete, so undeniable, that even their closest allies will turn away. And you will watch, not with bitterness, but with the quiet strength of someone who has seen God keep his word. My dear one, I saw how you held back. I saw how you chose silence over exposure, even when you had the chance. That restraint was not weakness. It was wisdom. It was heaven's way of keeping your hands clean, so no one could accuse you of malice. Because you left the battle to God, he now enters it with full force. But I must prepare you for something, beloved. When the arrest happens, it won't be the end of their attempts to distort the truth. They will try to speak from the shadows, send others to question you, plant seeds of doubt in the minds of onlookers. Ignore them. Do not justify yourself to those who once believed the lie. Those who need to see the truth will see it clearly without your help. Your silence will speak louder than anything they can say. And in that silence, you will feel something you haven't felt in years. Peace. Not the fragile kind that can be shattered by a phone call or a rumor, but deep, unshakable peace that comes when you realize you are finally free. Free from a need to look over your shoulder. Free from wondering what they'll do next. Free from constantly defending what is yours from greedy hands. This freedom will not come alone. It will arrive hand in hand with restoration. What they took will be returned, but not in the same form. Some of it will come back multiplied. Some will return as entirely new blessings you never expected. Some will arrive in ways that seem unrelated. But when you look closer, you'll realize it's heaven compensating for what you lost. My child, I cannot emphasize this enough. You must remain vigilant. In the coming days, you may be tempted to let your guard down, thinking the danger has passed. But spiritual battles often end in whispers after the storm, not in the storm itself. Hold firm to your faith. Stay attuned to my voice. And above all, keep your heart in gratitude. Because when gratitude fills you, fear has no place. Very soon, a night will come when you sit alone, perhaps in the quiet of your home, and feel a complete shift. The heaviness will lift. The atmosphere around you will feel lighter, brighter, cleaner. And in that moment, you will realize you are living in the answer to prayers you once thought would take a lifetime to fulfill. I tell you this so you'll be ready to receive it without hesitation. Too often, God's children see their breakthrough and hesitate, wondering, is this too good to be true? But I tell you now, it's not too good to be true. It's exactly as good as God promised. So rise, my beloved. Do not bow under the weight of the past. Lift your head. The one who tried to steal from you will be held accountable for what they sowed. And you will move forward, not as a victim, but as a victor crowned by the very hand of God. Yes,